YouTube, but you can say and watch whatever you want.
Are you gonna chat on there?
Yeah, I'll chat with people. Okay, so that's live. Perfect. He messed with all the video and audio and all that stuff.
I think we raised this up a little bit last time.
Well, I didn't want the ceiling in.
No, but it was chopping off half our heads.
Chopping off half of our heads.
That's good.
Oh, we got 47 people. Hi, TikTokers.
Oh, we getting ready to do a live show.
Live show, and we're recording it. Gotta drink some water.
Oh, man.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me, Boogski?
Good.
Boogie's good.
I put my phone on Do Not Disturb just in case. Oh, Chris called. We'll talk about that later.
Chris.
Heartfelt Chris.
Okay. Not Brian.
No.
Is he good? No.
I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you about it.
Why are you leaving it such a mystery?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it in front of all of our fans.
Yeah. I like talking about my flair.
So remember, if
fucking Alexa.
Alexa's on, oh my bad. We have to turn Alexa off. We're gonna start the show here in a second.
What is? Oh, you have before that. Okay.
900 degrees down here.
It's nice.
Wait until it's the dead of the summer. It's cold. It gets really cold down here.
I'm pretty chilly.
Yeah.
You gotta warm up those hands a little.
You gotta start wearing a neutral shirt.
Neutral.
Yeah, the green shirt underneath.
Oh, am I wearing a different color underneath?
Yeah, you got a green shirt underneath.
I love it.
Who would have thunk it? Wait, you can kind of see it over here.
Who would have thunk it?
Oh,
It's too late now. We'll just roll with it. But
I like green, Boogie.
I like gams. Hi, I see you chatting.
Do you want to do the post-race recap first?
We're gonna go post recap first. I can't read it. Hey, if we're also live on YouTube, I'll chat with you on here, or you're gonna have to wait until we're done.
Dunzo. All right. Plus, all the kids are in school right now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I tried to put the TikTok right here, but it's too close. We're gonna go live this Sunday during the race at 11 a.m. because we can actually watch it live.
Finally.
Finally, a race we can watch
We
live.
watched it at 11 a.m. this week, but it wasn't live.
No. 'Twas not
Did
live.
Drew tell you that he had already watched the first 38 laps?
Yeah. I thought he said 3, and then by the end of the race, he said the first 38. And I'm like, at that point, why didn't you just finish the race?
Yeah.
It was
It's
boring.
15 laps to go.
Most
at that
boring
point.
F1 race in the world. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad.
China was boring too.
What was?
China was boring.
China?
China was boring.
All right, let's get this
You ready?
stinger in there.
Are we doing the stinger?
Stinger.
Do something. Are we doing finger guns again?
Pew, pew, pew. I
saw-
love that. That
I
was the
saw
best.
you edited out
Everything.
everything that had any
Yeah.
reference to what we're doing. It just left.
Pew, pew,
I was
pew.
like, no one understands this at all, but
You can say that about the whole show, Daniel.
that's rude.
Depeche Tech.
Do you like our position?
Hey, he loves it.
Yeah, you both are right. Now you're going the wrong way. Come, there you go. Right
You
there.
want to skew your chair over a little?
No, do you want me to just stay like this the whole time?
You seem stiffly.
Yeah, but you're. All right. Are you gonna stay there?
There's a thing. Did you see it? Was that the only one? There
What?
was something flying in the air.
There's nothing. Flying
It was a bug. I promise it was a bug.
There's 10 bugs.
We just became ghost hunters.
All
All right.
right.
Well then, Dan, you scoot.
Scooch.
Okay.
Did
Because you're easier to move than he is.
makeup girl,
How's that?
cheeks are a little flush. Am I good? No, she said we're good. No more makeup.
So then let me move this accordingly. No, don't go too far. She keeps sliding a little bit.
She's a slider. Do the little slide
How's that?
job.
You like that?
Love it.
My hands are cold.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Stinger?
Stinger.
Who's doing the stinger?
You got it.
Um,
Suzuka recap coming up next. Pew, pew, pew.
There's a perfect stinger. Let's just do that.
That's all you need to do.
He just did a perfect stinger.
okay, good thing I was.
What is that saying?
You weren't?
recording.
Oh, were you? Do you want that to be the stinger? It's kind of weird. I
Were
wasn't.
you already recording?
I was looking at the camera.
Yeah, we got her done then. Let's go.
Why don't you do it one more time so you can look
Yeah.
at the camera
Let's do it.
like professionals?
Suzuka recap coming up next. Do the guns. Do the guns. we
Do it again.
we can get the gun.
Less, you can
What?
have
Less
the
guns.
Why do
You
we
can
have
have the guns.
I don't know,
but
'cause that's our
don't
new
have
thing.
the
Why is
Just
Suzuka?
Just have the guns.
Is it because it sounds like bazooka? So Suzuka is automatically like the
Grab your sword. Okay, one more time.
Why are we both in? Oh, you're in Red Bull. I'm in Mercedes, but we're both in black.
Yeah.
Back in black.
Perfect. Suzuka recap coming up next. All right. Producer doesn't like it, but I like finger bangs.
I don't really think we. Oh, should we just do it like that then?
Finger bangs. I like it. It's done. Let's get into the real
All right, what do you
show.
wanna
This is
do?
the serious.
How would you
this
like
is the
stinger
serious
to
stuff.
be, Boogie?
That's fine.
Well,
Serious
we should
stuff.
change it. We're here now.
It's just gonna be. It's just gonna be finger guns anyway.
I was gonna say, no matter what, he's gonna just
Are you gonna cut out where he said Suzuka recap?
Perfect. Nobody cares about the stinger.
Want to see the,
nobody cares about the stinger. All right.
All right.
No, that was fun. That was good.
I'm gonna stare at him the whole time we're doing the show.
He's
right in his eyes.
A-hole.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
All right. You're bringing us in.
Bring us in.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm Cookie. Welcome to the United States of Formula One, Nikki.
Cookie.
Round 3. Suzuka.
Suzuka Japan Grand Prix
Yes,
in the books, as we say.
in the books. Done. Let's talk about the track.
Okay. Let's try to make this show
Ugh.
as
More-
exciting
As the race.
as the race was. You ready? Go.
And it's quiet. I don't want to stay too quiet. but we'll
Now
just
this is where Boogie
monotone.
produces crickets in the background. Just chirp, chirp.
Yeah. We almost woke up actually to watch this race at 1 a.m. Your brother wanted us to come over.
Yes.
I'm actually glad that we didn't, because it would have been very hard to stay awake for
We
this
would
race.
not have stayed awake, or we would have been very irate when it was over.
Yeah.
So
Ugh.
I say this is similar to Singapore last year.
Yes.
This is the first race I remember since Singapore that I was that bored the entire time. Now, it was still good racing.
Yeah.
They were there was no rain, which I liked. We can see authentic racing, but
I almost wish there was rain.
yeah,
It would have put some excitement to it. So, what?
I mean, the upside is everybody finished for the first time of the season.
Yep.
No wrecks, no DNFs.
I think the main problem with this track is you have one DRS zone,
Yes.
and it goes into basically a soft turn where there's not really a good passing. There's no good passing in this track or on this track.
I mean, I'm used to seeing 2 to 3 DRS zones. So when you have one,
Yep.
and like you said, you're coming into a soft turn.
Yeah, you can't hit those brakes and overtake anybody at the last second.
Right,
So
exactly.
that's- Yeah.
No one was really putting the brakes on there on that corner. So it wasn't that opportunity to say
Yeah.
who's going to hold off longer and potentially smash into a wall.
Do you mean like Jack Doohan? Jack Doohan, FP2,
That was a very good segue.
leaves his DRS,
Yes.
basically opened it manually, shut it. I think he thought that he could do it, make that turn, and bash himself into the
So this
wall
was
at 500 miles an hour.
during practice. Now I remember this, and you were saying this is the nail in the coffin for Doohan because you've been kind of hoping, which is kind of rude. But then he performed okay after that.
I think so. I feel bad, maybe a little bit of apologies. I just think that Franco is still going to take that seat by Miami. That's
I
still
think
our
if you're-
prediction.
That was an FP2.
That was an FP2.
I think if your car looks like that in FP2,
Yeah.
and you finish the race on Sunday,
Yes.
and you don't finish 18th, 19th, 20th, because he finished, was it 15th?
I was 15, something like
Head
that.
of Hulkenberg, which means it was amazing.
Well, they had to help him out of the car because he was still pretty banged up from this after the race.
Oh,
So they-
okay.
yeah. So for him,
He was sore.
he had to go basically do a workout, bruised and beaten. So I mean, I'll give him props for at least finishing. the
Sounds
race.
like marriage.
Boogie had a
Yeah,
in the back.
Throw that one in there too. So, other than this in FP2,
Yes. Are you talking about? Let's get into
so
the
we
race?
know
Yeah.
Max is on the pole,
Yes.
which was a surprise to everyone that wasn't McLaren.
Now let's talk about the only
The
thing that happened. In the race?
only eventful thing in the entire race.
Yes. Almost what I don't know, lap 30, and they pit. And what does Norris do?
So Verstappen and Norris. Now you'll argue about this. Boogie argues about this that they think that Norris or Piastri, one of the McLaren, should have held off
Okay.
and keep those tires out, the old tires, for maybe 5 to 10 laps and see
Get some clean air.
and get some clean air. See if you can maintain that gap, and
Yep.
then change your tires a little bit later and see if you can run out a little. Just
I don't know.
it was so boring. Everybody changes at the same time, and this was the only excitement is that Verstappen. Norris is saying that he pushed him off the track. Did he?
No.
Not at all.
No, he stayed in his line. He actually played it perfectly. Now Norris, if he would have just ducked in behind him,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't win the spot. If he would have ducked in behind him, he would have stayed close. But when he started cutting the grass with his $3 million car, it slowed him down, and that basically put him once again almost the whole race out of DRS zone.
So you're giving an allusion here to what Max said
Yes,
after the race.
Because that was hilarious.
They're in the podium room, and he says, "It's quite an expensive lawnmower you got there, Lando."
Yeah.
Which is great because at the time that it happened, Lando was pissed. He got on the radio,
You pushed me off. No,
which he didn't. Max was first at the spot. Lando came in, tried to inch in there.
I think he was hoping that maybe he can get a call from the stewards, and no further action. So that it is what it is.
So what happens?
Max Verstappen takes pole, takes the race for
4th year in a row.
as many championships. As he has.
4th year in a row. So this is the 4th year in a row, and this is since the race has been back because they took a couple years off in 20 and 21.
Mhm.
So since it's been back in Suzuka, he's won every time,
Yeah.
and he's been on the pole every time.
Mhm.
And it's good because McLaren look like they're slowly taking over. Max has become an afterthought.
Well, let me ask you this.
Huh?
Let me ask you
They're
this.
still bitching about the car.
Still bitching about the car. I think you possibly think too. Did you think Piastri had a better car?
You made a great point during the race
Yes.
that he was pushing. He was up on Lando's ass.
He did say, "I think I have the pace to catch Verstappen."
It was kind of a very gentle way of saying, "Hey,
Lando, get the
McLaren,
hell out of my way.
Lando, McLaren,
Yeah.
talking to everyone on the radio." But I don't think he quite has that sass yet. He doesn't have the arrogance that he needs, where he should say, "Let me do it. Let me up there. I can pass him."
Yeah.
He said it in a subtle way of basically, I think I can pass Max. Give me a shot.
And we'll give Boogie props because he did say this before the season started. You can't have two number one drivers,
Mm-hmm.
and this could be them treating Norris as the number one driver and saying that they have two number one drivers. But to me, it felt like they had a number one driver, Norris,
Yeah.
number two, Piastri, and they wouldn't let him pass. Which I kind of get in a way because of the points.
So McLaren
So-
says, let's just get our guaranteed 2-3. Let's not push it and cause an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're going to run away with the constructors at this point because it's Team McLaren versus Team Verstappen.
Yeah.
But let's not forget about
Verstappen. Mercedes.
Team Mercedes.
Yes.
Constantly racking up points.
Oh, yeah.
There's your boy right there.
Kimi Antonelli. I mean, 3 records he breaks. Youngest driver to lead the Grand Prix, right?
So it was brief.
I know it was because of the pit stops. I get it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
All the big
Youngest
boys.
driver. It's by just a couple hours, as you can see, or a couple days. So,
So yeah, he beat out Verstappen for the youngest to ever lead a race.
yes. And since the next thing that he did, youngest driver to ever take the fastest lap. Now, last year he would have got a point for this.
Oh,
So
don't
I
get
guess-
me into this.
This doesn't really matter, but he still has the record.
Do you think they're going to bring that back? We've talked about this before. Do you think they're
They
going to
have
bring
to.
back the point for fastest lap that they took away this year?
They have to.
Okay, and so Kimi would have gotten it there.
Yeah.
And at 18, barely 18. Well, no, 18 in 7 months.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Fastest lap record for the race at Suzuka.
So it's
He did
not
not
the
Lewis
fastest.
Hamilton.
Okay, so Hamilton had it in 2019,
Mhm.
and he's the first one to break that during
For the
during the
race.
actual race.
Yes.
Typically, that lap time's a little quicker than qualifying,
Yeah.
but
So Kimi killing it. I mean, I think you thought maybe he was going to fall off this race. He did not. I was kind of hoping that he was going to do even better, but still to be in the in the middle of the pack there, getting points in the points. I think he's doing.
And I've been big on Mercedes because of George Russell, and I think that he's getting disrespected now. If Antonelli and Russell can constantly finish in that 3, 4, 5, 6 range, they're obviously going to beat out Ferrari, who everyone had up there. They're going to beat out Team Verstappen, which is Red Bull. It's just a matter of I don't think they're going to have enough podium finishes to get up there.
Beat out
McLaren?
Do you think? I predicted still. I think we now have 3 races in the books. 3 separate pole positions.
Yes.
3 separate, and all pole positions have won every single race.
Yes.
So, but 3 separate drivers. I believe I picked 7. I think you picked 7, but we picked 12 race winners this year. Do you think Kimi has a chance to win a race this year?
Before I get into that, I feel like we made fun of Boogie pretty hard.
Yeah.
And said it was insane that 12 would win, but it's starting to look like that might be a possibility. Yeah. 3 races, 3 winners. Now, who are the 3 winners? Verstappen, Norris, Piastri. Yeah. It's who's constantly up there, but is there room for... Obviously, I think Russell's going to have a chance to get one. I think Ferrari's going to turn it around. I think they both could get one.
Absolutely.
Can Antonelli win a race? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he can. The speed of the car and how he's racing, I just think if that opportunity comes, I don't think he'll hold it. I think someone will either catch him. He's just too young. I don't think he's going to win one this year. I think he'll get a podium finish, maybe 2 this year.
Okay.
No wins.
I'll take a podium.
Do you think he's going to win a race?
I think he's going to win a race this year. I picked it. Him and Jorge. George.
Let's get into others who got some points.
Oh, your boy.
Oh, yeah. Isaac Hajar.
Yes.
Finally in the points, because I had him as the rookie of the year. That obviously has gone bye-bye now that Antonelli is being a stud.
Oh.
Even Ollie Behrman's consistently getting in the points, but
yes, we're not really going to talk too much about Haas today. Now, I just want to bring up a funny thing that I sent him the other day that he didn't find hilarious. My car door was open, and it said "door ajar." So I took a picture of it and I sent it to him, and I said, "My door is ajar," and I thought it was hilarious.
I gave it a no response.
Nothing,
because I was just going to get angry if I said anything back to him. It was a very dad joke.
Yeah. So in the points, Isaac Hajar, what about this man right here? 3 races.
Is he the surprise of the season?
Considering
is Williams, Alex Albon the surprise of the season? Because I think people assumed that Sainz was going to come from Ferrari, go to Williams. He was going to be their number 1, get the points, and bring Williams into the top 5.
Yes.
We know Aston Martin sucks, so somebody's got to take it anyhow.
Yes.
And Sainz hasn't done anything except get
gifted the 1 point that he has right now,
or pay $20,000 to the FIA for taking a dump right before the race.
Yes, we
and Albon's P5, P7, P9. Now he's progressively getting lower in that, but he's been in the points all 3 races,
and he really didn't have a chance to. Nobody really had a chance. It's just not. It's not a passing track, as you saw.
It was where you qualify, is where you finished. Other than Hamilton taking over Hajar, moving into 7th. I think Albon so far is the surprise of the season.
I'm rooting for him every week now. I mean, he's definitely the surprise of the season.
Okay.
For Williams. Let's talk about this man.
So
I think we have differing opinions, and that's what I like. I want to argue.
I love arguing. All the talk coming into this, Yuki, Liam, Lawson, Sonoda, what's going to happen? They're flip-flopping teams. Did it go just the way you thought it was going to go? Was it a surprise?
It went pretty much the way I thought it was going to go. I was happy he got into Q2.
Okay.
And then he didn't do anything in Q2. So, I mean, 15th, Lawson 14th. So Lawson actually takes the win in the qualifying.
Right.
During the race, he gained a whole 2 positions.
Well, here's my thing. You said that no one moved. In the top 10, we had 1 position change. Where you qualified is where you finished.
Yep.
If Yuki actually went up a couple positions and Lawson went back a couple positions during the race, I think Yuki wins that battle, and he's in a brand new car he knows nothing about. We thought Lawson was going to get back into the comfort zone, and he finishes 17th. I don't think he did anything to prove that he belongs in F1 at all anymore.
No.
Liam Lawson, Gonzo.
No way. He's still considered a rookie. He did really well last year on that Baby Bulls car. It's going to take him I think next week he'll be a lot better.
Okay.
Yuki, I think, is going to basically be the same. They were in Japan, so they basically gifted him the driver of the day, which I
They
think
did.
is
So they
garbage.
awarded him driver
Huh.
of the day. I was a little surprised. I think it should have been Antonelli or Verstappen.
I think it should have been Isaac. I think it should have been Hajar.
Or you said Hajar.
Rookie. It was his first points ever.
Okay.
First points ever. I think it should have went to him. But like I said last week, a win for Yuki is finishing the race. He finished the race. Now he gets driver of the day. I think, but it doesn't matter if you finish 11th or 20th. You're not getting a point. To me, it doesn't really matter.
I know that's big for you, but
Yeah.
What about,
happy birthday, Mr. Piastri.
I was hoping that they would when he was arguing with like 14 laps to go.
Yep.
To say, give me a shot on my birthday to catch Max. What kind of drama would that have been? That would have been so exciting.
Yeah, but I know why. It's because of the point situation. So you do that, and you do it. So Piastri, say he can't pass Max.
Yeah.
And Piastri now is in second. Norris finishes the race in third. You're basically giving Verstappen the points lead in the drivers' championship. So I think that's kind of more why they did it, not because they have two number one drivers, but that would be my take on that.
And let's be honest, McLaren doesn't give a shit whose birthday it is.
Shit.
They don't care whose birthday it is.
No.
Yes, they're glad it's his birthday, but they're looking at the analytics. While Piastri's in his car saying, I'm faster than Norris, I think I can catch Max. They're looking how many laps are to go, what you're gaining. And they know he's not going to pass Max. So why switch positions, like you said?
And I think they feel pretty much about birthdays as much as you care about birthdays.
Yeah,
he doesn't care at all.
None at all.
You can't even he doesn't even want you to wish him a happy birthday.
Well,
let's go to the next day.
You can wish it, but
don't give me a gift.
So let's get into the driver's standings after 3 weeks, 3 races.
Yeah.
Any surprises here?
Well, Piastri took over Russell.
Yes.
Look at Antonelli right there, 4 and 5. I
mean,
the only surprise to me is that Lance Stroll has 10 points. That's what would be my main.
Dude, I think I love that. And I think there's a lot of surprises. I think Norris in first with Verstappen on his tails. Everyone expected that. Piastri is where he should be. Maybe they expected a few more points. I think the Russell Antonelli Mercedes 4-5 is a huge surprise because I think they're in the spot that everyone expected Ferrari to be in.
Yeah.
So they're sliding back. Albon, like we said, is
above Hamilton.
He's our biggest surprise of the season.
Huge. So.
And I'm not going to mention Ocon because I hate Haas, and Stroll is a turd.
Yes.
So that's obviously going to give us you saw the drivers were 3 races in, the teams, the constructors, kind of logical.
Yeah. So you got McLaren number 1, Team Verstappen number 3, which is he's the only one getting points.
Yes.
But look at Williams. That's pretty much all Albon.
That's Albon. So we've been joking. They have McLaren, you have Mercedes, you have Ferrari, and then you have Team Verstappen, and now you have Team Albon. Because no one for Red Bull and Sainz aren't doing anything to help. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it's Albon versus Verstappen.
Yeah. And you can see Aston Martin in 7th. We predicted that we were going to be out of the top 5. As of right now, I know it's early.
This is where you had him. You had him finishing 7th. I had him finishing 8th.
I had Haas above him, and they are above him.
So if the B carb can step up a little bit,
you need the
past Aston Martin. I would love Aston Martin to finish 8th. They're not going to go below Kick Sauber.
I want them to finish below Kick Sauber.
That'd be the best. Nico would have to really have a resurrection.
All he's got to do is have just a wet race and win 1 race. Hulkenberg wins a race, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen, but I would love
it's never going to happen.
I think that McLaren is every week pulling away. I think that Constructors' Cup, as we call it, the championship, I think it's going to be about locked up halfway through the season. I really do. I think it's going to spread more and more because they're going to have Lando and Piastri either both on the podium or top 4 every race, and it's just going to get too far. I think the question is going to be, can Ferrari turn it back on and beat Team Verstappen?
Yeah.
And can Verstappen do enough to beat Mercedes by himself? And if Antonelli keeps racing the way he is,
well, we have
no way.
We have some upgrades coming pretty soon. Ferrari is waiting on that, so that's going to bring them up. Williams. So you got Carlos Sainz. Everybody hates when we call him that.
Saints.
So he did say it was he needed about 5 races to really get into that car. So in the next 5, if we can keep Albon and then bring Sainz up, that's gonna maybe make them even better.
Explain to me why Sainz is allowed to preseason say I need 5 races as like a get out of jail free card, and Lawson gets 2 races, and they're like, you're an idiot, you suck.
Because it's Carlos Sainz, and he's a veteran, and Lawson is a rookie.
I get it, but it's
and
just
he's in a
double
Williams, and Lawson was in a Red Bull.
Double standards. So can we agree?
Double.
Can we agree that it was the most boring race of the year so far?
Yes,
Can we agree that it would have been more exciting if it rained?
yes.
Can
We're
we,
gonna have some more boring races too. So as long as there's not too many,
can we agree that Bahrain is going to dominate the quality of this race?
guaranteed,
Okay. That's all I need to hear.
guaranteed.
That's all I need to hear. Until next time, boys and girls. Love you.
Oh, I just flicked off the camera. I forgot that's still live. Sorry, guys.
Okay. We can keep that one. I wouldn't have a problem with redoing it because when I moved this light to get it out of the way of the YouTube feed, it now is throwing a wicked shadow on the side of Nick's face every time he leans back.
When he leans back?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
throwing a shadow on it because I moved it because it was showing up on the YouTube live, and now we have a really bad shadow.
Here, lean
Where?
back. Let me see. Wait, what do you mean on the YouTube live?
So when I had the light over here where it normally is to get rid of that shadow on the side of his face,
Mm-hmm.
it was blooming on the YouTube live.
On this guy?
Yeah.
That's all right. So it's not on there now. I don't want to redo it.
Well, why didn't you have the grid in there? I gave you the grid.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. I'll show you. You want me to
Oh,
show
I
you?
actually
What?
asked him that. I said, do you want to put the
You need to
Qualifying.
have the grid.
and we mentioned how that Max
Ah.
was on the pole, and we mentioned that nobody moved. It was basically where you
So you-
qualified
here-
is where you
This is
ended.
all messed up back here. Come on, guys.
Well, the problem was
Freaking
normally
rookies.
I set all that up OCD, but I went straight from a 25-minute phone call right into the show because he was irritated.
You want
with
to see
me.
the grid? That's the
I'll
grid.
fix that.
Look at here's the grid.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he sent you?
Well, then re-download it. It worked fine on my end.
Ow, my knee. He's getting sassy here. I like that. That's a lot less cluttery.
I gotta get the clutter on out. I gotta
was
get
gonna
it.
Stop you guys, but I figured I'd let you guys go through so we can at least have one take that's good, just in case. We
What
ran out
was?
of time.
Oh, grid.
2025 Suzuka Grid.
It's cool. Yo. Lance Stroll. You really want the grid? Why does it matter? Nobody moved.
That's why it matters because you'll have where everybody's so you're setting up.
Grid.
So when we have those questions, like when you guys are setting it up, stuff like that, ask me. Don't default to his judgment.
On what?
Oh, for the grid, you mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah, because I said
yeah. So
I asked you about the grid.
yeah, all I'm saying is let's not default to Nikki's opinion on how we should do
Oh!
stuff.
You got to get the grid on your computer. I just put it on my computer. Why do I need it?
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why we shouldn't default to his decision making.
In his defense, I didn't do anything either. I was just helping him with the order. But during that, I did say that. But the only reason I kind of went along with it is because it was the first race that where you qualify is where you finish pretty much. But it would have been nice to show that and then show.
Is that Esther?
You got a minute, you can go up there and look.
Is that Esther? Let me go. Oh! Let me go talk to Esther. Let me go, honey. Let me go talk to Esther. I better get your butt out of my face. I mean, put it in my face.
Hey, can we play the I Want to See My Friends Dick songs while we're waiting? That song's been stuck in my
I
head.
don't think you can swear.
Why not?
I don't know. TikTok's weird.
Like the video. Like the video. He's just liking. Look at him go. Hi, Esther. Like the live. I mean, he's just cranking that love button.
What? Okay.
Magic fingers, #1. Say hi to Esther. 748 times of it.
Hello.
What the?
Oh, he is just hearting away. Heart, 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 heart.
We just finished the Suzuka recap show. Are we going to do the pre-show for Bahrain first, or do you want to do the stocks show?
Well, he wants to redo this
We're
one.
redoing this one.
We need to be done by fucking 3 o'clock, though. No problem.
3?
3:15.
Here.
I got
Oh, is that when the kids get home from school?
what's our next hockey game? Tomorrow.
No,
No,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We play Wednesday at 8:20.
I have a game tonight, so it'd be really nice to.
Oh, do you?
Why is this not coming up on Bing? Is the worst. I hate Bing.
Why are you binging then?
Because that's what this is defaulted to.
Kyle joined it.
Oh, it's not straight from Google. Okay.
So, yeah, 3:15. We gotta be wrapped up. We play the Puckhawks. You play the Puckhawks. We play
Goat Rodeo.
Goat Rodeo on Wednesday.
Rodeo
20.
group.
How are we looking for that? We got enough guys?
Let me look.
How is this grid not coming up? It came up on your computer.
I don't know.
Because it's still going to Bing.
We have 9 skaters with 5 that haven't even checked yet.
We got 9.
No one's checked out yet, so we'll probably be good.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Today, yeah, Dylan just checked in today. Zach's checked in.
I love you.
What's the story with your cousin? Is he planning on coming to all the games?
Do you want him to?
Well, the problem is when you get like our whole squad to show up.
You need an estimate for some work at the house for me or us?
It's hard when you know what I mean? The whole selling point of our team is you get tons of playing time. And then if I start getting a bunch of subs in there.
An estimate for some work at the house. You want to get your garage polyaspartic? You need some concrete lifting? We pick up the rig in 2 weeks.
Talking to Esther?
Yeah. Oh, you don't worry. We got jobs on the books.
Well, they're
on the books.
They're scheduled. They're not. Nothing's on the books yet.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
haven't made a dime.
Oopsie daisy. We were in Wisconsin. That was fun.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Wait, are you playing Wednesday?
You sure you want to
Yeah.
redo that? Because we're gonna have to fucking.
Yes,
fly.
I'm sure we want to redo
We're
it.
gonna have to fly through a little.
So
bit.
you're out.
I need some concrete leveled.
No bugs.
There.
Where's your cousin live?
Hey Esther, you may know more than me.
So,
Can you go live from TikTok
So your
on a
cousin
computer, or does it have to be
and
a
Zach
phone?
and Dylan are all coming from an hour away to play.
I come from 47 minutes away.
It's still there.
You know, but you're weird.
I drove down here, then I have to drive home, edit this, and then drive back down here to play hockey tonight.
Do
He's an idiot right here.
Dude, we can be going live on TikTok through the studio. He said.
What's that mean?
On a computer. You can do computer, just download TikTok Studio. So I'm going to look at that into that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
because then it'd be easier.
Where's
Like,
this?
I can be talking to you during the show.
I don't know what that is.
Why isn't that on?
So exit. It did that earlier.
Let's start the show. Maybe it'll pop up. Is it connected right now?
Okay, I will do that, Esther. My body.
So where'd you put the grid at?
What is-
It says that we can invite him to join as guest. What does that mean?
Invite him.
So I put it after Duhan's crash and before
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. It's a good logical
where
spot.
it belongs.
Yeah. Do we want to do another stinger?
There we go. No, we can use the same one.
Okay.
So now that you guys,
How it work? Okay. I invited him as a guest, but he can't come out because he's at work. I think it would pop his head up and then he could talk to people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
We need to get a third party talker. Somebody that's talking to people while we're doing the show.
I think they're called moderators.
Yeah, there you go. We need a murderer. Murderer. We need a rotor-rooter.
A murdering?
We need a rotor-rooter. Do we have to do another stinger?
Nope. Do you have that where you want it? The light?
So make sure you're checking the notes because you skipped a lot of the talking.
Yes, don't skip
Oh,
talking
purpose.
points. We're gonna have to zip
Because I
through
was trying to
this.
make it entertaining, Boogie.
Yeah, we still didn't talk about how Carlos got a penalty.
Oh, I forgot to talk about him taking a poop.
You
I mentioned it, but I didn't get into it enough.
Okay, so after we talk about qualifying, mention Carlos getting a.
Well, you can mention that he got a penalty
I mentioned that. We
in
mentioned that.
qualifying. and
Yeah.
then you can mention how he got a second penalty.
They give him a grid place penalty for having a shat.
Well, you can mention the qualifying penalty, right?
Huh?
You
Yeah.
want to mention the penalty in qualifying? Because I don't remember
Hey,
that.
you said we're in a hurry.
We are in a hurry.
Well, then let's go.
I would have lived with it. I would have lived with it. Nobody watches them anyway.
It's because you live with it. Let's get it right.
Hold
All right, you ready?
on, can you hear this? Because we do that all the time.
All right.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One.
I'm not recording. Stop. Jesus Christ. The whole point of filming these in the morning is so that I have time to go back and edit. At this point, I'm going to get out of here at 7 o'clock like normal.
I got a lacrosse game to go to, so that can't happen.
What happened here?
Well, you guys can't leave until we get it right.
I
So
want it.
Try again. Oh boy. Did you break it?
To do this.
Yeah, end it. Start it. Flex it.
Okay, it's working now.
You like it when I roll up at the
Okay.
house.
okay, we're ready.
Okay. Are you recording? Am I center?
You're sent.
Oh, I'm looking at that because I'm in
Don't worry about what.
Okay, go back.
That's like in theory a confidence monitor, but it's not where we are exactly because that's a different angle. Than what
Yeah,
this
I was
camera
looking
has.
at it for a second like a confidence monitor.
Oh my gosh. That just grazed my head.
You get gray hairs?
Ready?
Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Nikki,
Cookie.
round 3, Suzuka.
Race 3 in.
Suzuka, Japan.
I was gonna say the books, but we'll go
In the
with
books.
that.
Oh, yeah, it's
We'll go with
also in the books.
in Japan.
That's where it
What
was.
did you think of this race? Show let's on the count of 3. Let's show how we felt about it. 1, 2, 3.
Most boringest race.
I know,
It's okay.
but there was a little bit of excitement in the qualifying or in the practice,
FP2.
and there was one incident in the race, but just in general. And what do you take that because of the design of the track? Do you think it was just happened to be boring race for another reason?
Just because of the design of the track. One DRS zone.
Okay, explain all this. I need all of it.
One DRS zone that is, I mean, typically a lot of the tracks have a DRS zone that goes into a hard right.
Okay.
And you can make a pass there. But since this is kind of a sweeping curve, they barely let off the throttle, and it's almost impossible to pass there. So it's a cool track. It's just not a lot of passing zones.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for 2 to 3 DRS zones. We have 1, and like you said, it's just a
Yeah.
gradual turn. It doesn't have that sharp turn where you can have that guy behind holding out a little longer, being aggressive, and then making that pass,
Yeah, nobody's
or smashing
passing.
into the wall.
Nobody's passing through those S's. So I know one person that did smash into the wall. FP2,
Okay,
your man. Just kidding.
my man.
Jack Duhan.
I know that you hate this guy.
I don't hate him.
You do. I don't know why you have so much angst against this man, and you want Colapinto to come in, but I mean, give the guy.
Well, they have no points. So Franco Colapinto, I think, can possibly get,
It's not
12th.
It's not just on Duhan. Gasly hasn't gotten any points either.
Yeah, well,
But I will say, for having your car look that way in FP2,
FP2. Yeah.
then to actually finish the race,
Yeah, I'll give you props.
that's not bad.
To actually get the car ready to race, I give him props for that. So
I mean, and he qualified not in last place because he has the luxury of getting to race with Lance Stroll, who was a total turd and qualified 20th.
yeah.
That was kind of him.
Well, he did beach his car, so that was fun. He really loves the sand. I mean, just at this point, quit F1 and go to the beach.
So,
Sorry.
biggest surprise, is it Verstappen on the pole? Is that your biggest surprise of qualifying?
That's pretty huge.
I mean, I would say it's not a huge surprise. What's on my head there? It's not a huge surprise as of last year, the year before, but
Yeah.
the way that last year ended
Yeah.
and the start of this year, you think it's going to be all papaya up top. And
Yeah, and they got, and let's not mention or forget to mention Carlos Sainz got a 3 grid penalty for basically
what was that for?
he got Hamilton was starting his hot lap and basically got right in front of him.
Okay.
Like directly, and Hamilton had to abort the lap, and it was pretty much his last attempt to get a better time.
Is that saying just not paying attention? He
Yeah,
couldn't have
that's-
been doing that on purpose.
So you blame somebody on the radio, so it's the team, plus he has to be paying attention. He's a veteran, he should know to get out of the way. So I blame the whole team and
Oh.
Carlos Sainz.
Well, that's
Sainz.
aggressive. So let's get into the one piece of action that happened in all 53 laps.
Okay.
This was right after
A pit stop.
pit stop. We all boxed.
Box,
It
box,
was-
box.
The leaders all got their second. It was a one-stop strategy.
One
this
stop.
race.
Yep.
So they're getting their one set of fresh tires. Max pits first. He exits first. Lando thinks he's going to be able to beat him. What does Max say?
Max says, I'm gonna drive within my area. And then Norris is going to put himself into the grass as what Max says, one of the most expensive lawnmowers
He
ever.
did. The podium or whatever they call it. He's like, pretty expensive lawnmower there, Betty.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Which Max is kind of dry and annoys me sometimes, but he does throw some zingers out there time to time. I like that. So, as we said, kind of boring. However, you qualified, it's pretty much how you finished, with the exception of Louis Hamilton.
Yeah,
He moved up a spot
he moved up a spot.
He moved
Good
up a
for
spot.
him.
and he passed up on Isaac Hajar.
Yeah, that's
Who-
super boring.
He got his first points.
He did.
He got his first points, but I think you want the story to be
Kimi Antonelli.
got a hard crush on Kimi Antonelli.
Well, he is doing fantastic. 3 races, three races in the points.
Yeah.
I mean, as a rookie, the youngest of all of them. Speaking of the youngest of all of them, youngest driver ever to lead a Grand Prix.
Which we called that out when the big boys up front all boxed to
Yeah.
get their tires. He stayed out for an additional 10 laps.
Oh, yeah.
So he was in first,
Yes.
kind of, if you could make those tires last an
Yeah.
entire race. But
You're-
yeah, you got to be up there. I agree. I get it. He
Yeah.
was, and it wasn't like it was for half a lap. It was for 10 laps. He led at just over 18 and a half years old.
Mm-hmm.
he's
7 minutes and
young
12
enough.
days.
He's young enough. You're still
Exact.
talking about him in months.
Yeah. And hours.
Yeah.
Youngest driver ever to take the fastest lap, which does this matter? Not really.
So you had the fastest lap of the race. You had that
Yeah.
little purple.
little purple guy next to you that doesn't mean anything anymore, but they're still putting it there.
Yes.
I wish they would bring that back.
You and I were disappointed they took away that point. We think they're going to bring it back next year.
They will. They
And
have
like
to.
you say, why even acknowledge it as a stat during the race if it means nothing? What else did he do?
Fastest lap. He beat Hamilton for the fastest lap at Suzuka during a race. Lewis
So he has the
Hamilton had.
record
Yes.
for fastest lap during the race, not the fastest lap at Suzuka. Was probably
No,
happened during
just-
qualifying.
Yes. So just during the race, but beats out Louis and another. So you got two Mercedes up there at the top with the fastest lap,
Okay.
and this is your boy.
Isaac Hajar, who you think should have won Racer of the Day
Yes.
because rookie, first time in the points of the season. He's been close. He's been nipping at it. Started in 7th, finished in 8th. So he just dropped back a spot, but holds those points.
Holds it, gets his first points as a rookie. That should boost him up too. Now he knows how it feels to be in the points, and he's going to be trying to chase that a lot
And
more.
is the pressure on Lawson now?
I think so.
Because you're saying this fella's getting in the points. Now he's had a couple more weeks to ride in that car. Lawson's been flying around which car he's in, but
Well, in 2 more weeks, we may see another driver change. We may have Yuki back on the Baby Bulls and Isaac Hajar to the Red
that
Bull
would be the
team.
best.
I don't think that's gonna
Lawson,
happen,
no. Yuki, no. Hajar.
Hajar, yeah.
And then Hajar suddenly is just a complete stud. That would be turmoil. If that went sideways,
Yeah, that'll
Red
never
Bull
happen.
would implode. Now, we talked about this off camera.
Huge.
I think that maybe not the racer of the week, but the racer of the year so far with surprising where you're expected to be
Yeah,
versus
3
where
races.
you're at after 3 races. Alex Albon.
Alex Albon. 3 races, 3 points finish. Sainz nowhere to be found.
He's
So-
not just finishing 10th every race. He's got a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th. And
Yeah.
like you said, Sainz is supposed to be the savior of Williams,
Yep.
snaking him from Ferrari, and he hasn't done shit.
nothing.
And this boy's been carrying the team. I mean, I think, are you going to keep rooting for this guy?
I'm gonna keep rooting for him. He is, I think, like you said, the surprise of the year right now. Out of all the drivers, besides Verstappen, we don't want to count him. But yes,
He's not a surprise. He's always going to be good.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Yuki and Lawson. Let's get a little deeper into that. How do you think this went for Yuki? I think we can agree that it was disappointing for Lawson. He's been disappointing all season, and then he gets into his comfortable car from last year and finishes 17th.
yeah. Well, I will say props to make it to Q2
For
That's-
Yuki?
That's all he did,
Yep.
and he was in 15th place. And if it wasn't for Carlos, he would have started 15th, but he started 14th. And Lawson was above him. So Lawson won the qualifying.
Yes.
Yuki won well, they didn't win the race, but he won against Lawson that battle during the race.
Yeah.
To me, neither one of them matter. You didn't get into the points. You're in a Red Bull. Lawson should be finishing behind, but he needs to be in the points. I know it's his first race, but he is a skilled driver. He has been driving for 4 years, where Lawson is still considered a rookie. So
I'll give you that.
I don't believe he should have been driver of the day. I think that was just because they were in Japan at the home race. Isaac Hajar should have been the driver of the day. Kimi Antonelli, you can go through basically a whole bunch of people that deserved it way more than him.
Yeah.
So, like I said last week, all he needed to do to win the hearts of Japan is basically finish that race.
I get your
So-
reasoning that he is a veteran. Lawson's a rookie.
Yep.
But between it being in Japan, that heartfelt story, I think the argument for making him racer of the day is he gets into an unfamiliar car. There's a lot of pressure getting into Red Bull, and he moved up the most of anyone.
Yeah,
He's
two whole spots.
He's the only one that moved up 2 spots in the race. So, I mean, if it's a race where nobody's moving and you can move up a couple spots, granted, you make a great argument. If you're not in the top 10, why even show up?
Yeah.
It's as if you didn't do anything. I get that.
And you're not in a Williams, you're not in an Alpine, you're in the Red Bull car, and Max can take that car and win. So you should be able to at least take that car and put it in the points. To me, Yuki gets in 10th place, it's a win, boosts confidence. I would be more supportive.
You're okay with
I'm
it.
okay with it, but he really did nothing. He finished the race, but no points. He should have never got driver of the day. But hopefully, I'm still rooting for him. We'll see what happens next week.
You had Hajar driver of the day. I
Yes.
had Antonelli driver of the day.
Yeah.
Really, it's the day of Piastri.
Yes. Happy birthday. And I have no idea how old he is, but happy birthday to him yesterday.
So if he finishes 3rd,
Yep.
he's on the podium. It's his birthday. Do we care? Do we really care about birthdays?
No,
As
because you hate
grown ass
birthdays.
men, do we really have
No.
to worry about a
And
birthday?
I don't think they care either. So
No, I don't think. So now we're getting into the driver standings where we are after the 3rd race. And I do have to backtrack real quick because you
Uh-oh.
mentioned Sainz getting that penalty in qualifying.
yes.
Did you hear about his penalty
Oh, let's talk about that. Yeah.
pre-race?
Yep.
So they're strict on being on time
And
at
I-
these races for the
Yeah,
national anthem.
and I like it.
Totally understand.
I understand that.
Respect every country that's hosting this, the money they're putting in.
Mhm.
Regardless of who you are and what your political beliefs are, you have to respect where you go.
Yeah, always.
this was not Sainz disrespecting Japan.
No.
It was Sainz belly disrespecting his soul.
Yes.
The man had a stomach bug, diarrhea of some sort.
Yes.
They said he had a stomach issue and he showed up late to the national anthem. So it's normally a 60,000 euro fine for missing or being late to the local anthem. They lowered it to 20 for him, which was so nice of the FIA.
Because he had a doctor's note.
He had a doctor's excuse because the doctor's on site. Did he look in the toilet and document what had happened?
Yeah.
Gave him a little Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
Gave him a little slip.
He should have took a picture and brought it right to the FIA.
Maybe he
Just for
did.
proof.
Maybe he did. And that saved Sainz 40,000 euro. But I think, come on, 20,000 euro fine because you have diarrhea. What do you want? I mean, if I'm in F1, I'm crapping my pants on purpose and riding in the race just to prove a point.
Then you're going to be overweight. Get DQ'd.
Well, in theory, if it's in your belly
Oh, I guess you're
or
right.
it's in your diaper,
I don't
it's
know.
still within you. I don't think you can change the mass quantity based on in or outside.
I'm not a mathematician, but
You have to keep the diaper though, because if it flies out of the car, now you're underweight.
depends.
You've
In there.
dumped one out.
Oh,
Wow.
if I was in F1, I would be fined so much money the first year.
Oh,
I'd be broke.
the only person that has worse gastro issues than Boogie behind the camera is you.
Yeah, it's a healthy thing. No, it's all about. Anyway, let's get into driver's standings.
Okay, so the driver standings we got on the Sainz kick.
Yeah,
Norris in first, not a surprise.
Yes.
Verstappen in second. I don't think it's a surprise at all. I think because of what you guys say about having two number ones for McLaren,
yeah.
there's going to be a gap there. You can't both. It's going to be hard to be 1-2 at the end of the year.
I think it's a little bit of a. I mean, he's the GOAT, so it's not a surprise, but it is all the same because they thought that car was. I mean, they thought it wasn't going to be as good. So he's taking basically an ass box and driving it and winning a race. So I mean, he's putting himself to the podium to compete for these races.
He's there every week.
I mean, he's amazing.
I'll say to me, it's not surprising that he's in second. It's surprising that he's only 1 point back after 3. He's basically tied for first. It's not like Norris is 20 points ahead of him and Verstappen's just scraping to try to hold on with that car. He hates the car, he was complaining about it in lap 2 already about an upshift issue. So if he can take something that he hates the handling, he hates the shifting, and fight not only the podiums, but the victories, imagine if they get the proper update so they get that the way he wants it.
Oh, yeah.
This season's over. Now, his Red Bull is still not going to win the Constructors because
He's the only one racing.
can't find someone for that second seat. But
So Piastri takes over Russell.
yes,
Now, I wish Australia. If we can just go back to Australia and redo things where Piastri was number 2. Look, you imagine how close that 1, 2, 3 points would be. Now Piastri could still win a couple and get himself right back up there.
right.
Right now we would have a 3, and we do. We still have a 3-4 man race here. I would say just mostly 3 right
You're
now.
saying because of that spin out in Australia
Yeah,
when he
'cause
went from second. Yeah,
And he got himself back into points.
he'll fight back.
But yeah, so I want to see him. I think they're gonna fight at the end of the year, and I can't wait for it.
So are you more surprised that Verstappen's up in second or that Mercedes is 4-5 and Ferrari's down in 6-8?
Yeah, and it's more surprising to me that you got Albon ahead of Hamilton.
Oh, I agree with that completely.
So-
Going back to Mercedes, I thought Russell was a top 5 racer. I thought he would be there. I did not see Antonelli up there, and he is helping Mercedes be in the fight for the constructors.
Yeah, number
I mean,
2.
look at those team standings. Now it's quite a drop off from McLaren, and I think it's going to be hard unless you have some crash outs or something happens in the McLaren update that messes that car up. I don't think there's any chance for Mercedes, but I think they're going to beat Team Verstappen.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think McLaren this year is going to run away with the Constructors' Cup. But that was a hard pause. I think they're going to run away with it, but I think there's going to be a fight for that Mercedes Ferrari. I think if Red Bull, if they can't fix Red Bull having their number 2 driver, then they're going to be an easy 4th. So, but I love where Aston Martin's sitting right now, because we predicted this. I know it's early, but we predicted this.
I did not think Alpine would have 0 points right now. I thought maybe Kick Sauber, but Hulkenberg's a hero, so he's helping out. But yeah, you have Aston Martin 7. I have them at 8 preseason where they're going to end, and they're not making us look too stupid right now.
You get Lawson and your boy Hajar to do good next week. They overtake Aston Martin because we know Lance Stroll is going to crash.
Will Ferrari will Ferrari pull ahead of Team Verstappen? Will they get their crap together? You said they have an upgrade coming.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a couple weeks, but yes.
So by the end of the season, you think Ferrari will finish third, and Mercedes has locked up that 2-hole? I mean, they
Man,
look so good.
Yes, man, that's going to be a fight. But if old Louis can figure something out, which I think he will, it's going to be. It takes a little bit. He's in a new car. If he figures something out, Leclerc finished well this week. So if Louis can figure something out and they can not get DQs, then yes, they'll pass him.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Before we sign off this show from Suzuka, I think it would be crazy if we didn't congratulate Max Verstappen.
Yes.
I know he gets it constantly. It's like, congratulating Jesus.
Yeah.
He knows what he's done. But 4 straight years on the pole, 4 straight wins.
Yep.
Since this race, it was off in 20 and 21. So since it's been back up and running, he said, I'm just going to pull this out and win this every week. Is that cool, guys? You guys can say that I'm done. You can say my car sucks. No teammate can drive my car. I'm out of the race. I've won this 4 years in a row. I've won the championship 4 years in a row. And I'm here to stay, baby.
One more thing, too. He did say to just throw a little jab at McLaren, which I found hilarious. He said, if I'm in a McLaren, he said, if I was in a McLaren, he wouldn't even see me.
Yes, we read that.
Yeah, he would be gone. That means he would probably finish the race 20 seconds ahead, which usually he does and which happens. And the McLaren just couldn't do it. So he just kept him behind.
How does Lando
Goat
feel about that when he says, hey, Lando, if I had your car, you wouldn't even have seen me?
He's going to be upset about it, and then he's going to ask for a private jet ride to the next race.
Yeah, because they're right on the jets together. So whatever. Great race, a little bit boring, but I like where we're getting on these points.
See you next time.
I delayed. I said, like, we're going with these points. That's what you were supposed to
we said
sign
it at the
off.
same time.
You stayed silent. So I was like, I guess he's not saying anything. So I go, love you. And I was like, oh, there you go. Say that, Sean.
Okay, 2:49. We got to get right into the next show.
All
Let's
right.
go. Let's go.
Later on.
Yeah,
So this is going to go.
round 4. It says buy now. If you click here, you can buy tickets.
Okay, so
Bahrain.
Did you
Bahrain.
make it bigger so that that's cut off?
Oh yeah.
Wait. I'll just have my head in the way. Is my head in the way of the camera? It's got to be.
Well, you can just
Go over the slide
you can just
show.
make it bigger.
Make it bigger. Oh my God.
So you have to make it bigger on both.
How do I do this?
So just take it and drag it down.
Let's cut as many corners as we possibly can.
No, so put it back,
Okay.
and then you're gonna make it bigger. So there you go. So pull it.
Let's get it.
That's good. And then
Slide it back over. How do I know where?
I would just. So you're gonna have to test it.
I'm guessing there. Nope. You see it.
Oh, you can see it. I don't think it changes on there. It doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, it does.
So what do I need to do? Just look at it here and here? Or do I need to hit the live show?
Play from current slides. See what it looks like. Look at the TV. It's perfect. Now it just says, "We now."
Well, the problem is if we make it bigger, then we're going to cut off the date, which I guess the date doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then all you're gonna have to do is, so you're pulling it the wrong way.
Oh, it's blowing it up.
Oh. Perfect.
I bet that's good. Let's see from current slide. Yeah,
Perfect.
you can't even see 2025 now. It looks worse than it did before, Boogie. If you blow it up, the problem is it's right in line with 2025, and then you don't see the date.
What if we just
Could do this.
I'll do the old squuncher Ruby?
Or do I want to make it? No, actually, I want to make them fatter. And then I could move them off. They'd be like that. They look like.
That's good. And it just takes the 2025 completely off. Who cares? I think you need to move it over to the right a little bit.
Yep. Over to the right and down. There.
And then you can just copy that slide.
That's good right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now what do I do?
So now just copy that slide or do we need it again? Yeah, you need one more. because we got it to start.
Oh,
down there.
okay. So you want me to delete this one?
Yep. Duplicate.
Can you right click that bitch?
There she is. Let's look at the track really quickly. What is he doing over here?
Let me make sure it looks okay on both of those. Yeah.
We are gonna save the days.
Okay.
Why is there? Oh, okay. So how many DRS zones? 1,
3.
3. Yeah.
This is
good.
kind of a
See how there's hard DRS, hard turn, hard DRS, hard turn, DRS. This one's not really. Oh, it's still good. It's not a sweeping turn. So we got lap record. 2005.
Pedro de la Rosa.
That's the old track. Bahrain.
Bahrain.
We're going to Bahrain.
Are you still live?
Oh, hey, can you drag the puzzle piece really quickly? You got to put it exactly in that bitch. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, close enough.
there it is.
All right, good job, Boogie. Okay, so we'll get into that. That's
Uh,
it.
Lucas is on.
That's back now. So you can,
Does that say Lucas? Lucas Cook. Hi, Lucas.
All right, what do we got here? Bahrain.
so now you guys can see what's going on.
I try not to look at that. I've been trying to look at the camera the whole time. You told me that.
I think I put it right over top of the camera.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Steve.
What is the? There's no lead sponsor for this race.
Oh, I'm just looking for my phone.
What is Sacker? Yeah, where's my phone?
Where's my phone?
Oh, it's right there.
Say hi to Lucas. He's on.
Hello, Lucas.
Hi, Lucas.
Asian voice.
Hello.
Good live.
Hi. Well, this one nobody's been on.
Oh, really?
Not
Not
all
once?
I've been
It
looking
does
at
not
it.
show up on there. It shows up there.
It's live. It's been on for
Okay.
over an hour, so
Perfect.
we're trying to knock this out really quickly. But
Let me go back to this guy.
Bahrain.
Okay. Three and a quarter
3/4 what?
miles.
All right. So would you ask who's Bahrain's sponsor?
Yeah.
Isn't it Wind and Solar Commission? Don't they sponsor Bahrain?
Yeah, I'm not going to mention that then.
Yeah. This is round
Or
4,
is
right?
it the rights activist group?
Ow! My left foot is asleep deep.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
All right, remember 3:15. You're gonna hear the dog bark. So
All right.
Okay, so we'll get through this show before. You want to do the stinger? You want me to do the stinger? Why is it not up there? Right, because I didn't start it. If I do start from current slide, it'll stay there, right?
Yeah.
That's all.
Stinger.
Stinger! Just do that? Okay.
Perfect.
How about Japan was boring, Bahrain won't be.
Yes, it better not be.
I'm ready
Okay.
when you are.
All right. You can't have dead face. You can't have dead face. I'm looking up there trying to get energy, and this is my motivation. Okay. You ready? Oh, God. Japan was boring. Bahrain won't be. Stay tuned for our pre-race coverage. God, you're creepy. You're so fucking creepy.
Perfect. All right.
All right. So Dan, just scoot in just a scooch.
Okay.
Since Nick keeps leaning.
I was gonna say you moved me out to move me back
I
because
it keeps leaning.
I'm not leaning. I
During
put
that
my.
first show,
I
I
always-
looked on Amazon and I found a posture corrector that I'm going to buy for him, and he's going to have to start wearing the posture corrector.
Pastry
one of those
corrector?
back braces you have to wear
Yes.
around.
Is it going to be a plastic one? Am I going to be like Back to the Future where I'm hanging upside down?
No.
That'd be fun.
It'll suck in your gut and pull back your shoulder.
Got to suck in the gut and put out my shoulders because I have my shoulders. Taco Bell.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Ready for what?
Who's bringing it in, me or me?
You can bring it over.
Okay. Why did that take forever? Hold on.
It always takes 3 seconds.
It took like 5. Yeah, start it over. You want to close it and close it back out so you can start? Okay.
let's go.
Go in. Sorry.
USF 1. Cookie,
Nikki,
we are bringing you the Bahrain pre-race coverage.
pre-race. Now, let me ask you this.
Yes, it will not be as boring as Japan.
Okay.
Was that gonna be a
was
question?
exactly going to be my question. So, yeah, I don't think, so round 4,
Okay.
2 good races, 1 very boring race. It is what it is. You're going to have those. Max Verstappen won. We're getting into this Bahrain.
I feel bad for constantly ripping on Japan for the race, but it was Singapore last year. It was a rough one. But like you said, you're gonna have races like that where there's not many position changes.
Yeah.
The weather, whether it was rain, it wasn't rainy, so it didn't bring a lot of excitement.
It might break the record for least amount of overtakes of all
Oh,
time.
that's a good question.
So
We should look into that.
Yep.
Yeah. So the track
Yes.
at Bahrain.
Oh,
The
yeah.
biggest reason that I think there's a chance we're gonna have some more excitement.
Mhm.
How many DRS zones in Suzuka, Japan?
1.
How many in Bahrain?
3.
Oh,
Yeah,
daddy.
huge.
3 DRS zones, and look at those straightaways.
Yeah.
You're just
Plenty of places to overtake.
yes. And
This is- yeah.
you mentioned in the last show, the post coverage from Suzuka, that only 1 DRS zone, and it was such a soft turn,
Yeah.
makes it hard to overtake.
Yeah. You can't do the dive bomb move, which they have 3 places where they can do the dive bomb move.
Two of
So
them are
2
pretty
really-
hard
yeah.
turns.
So-
But yeah, I think we have to have a lot more overtakes in this one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
Absolutely. Tell them a little bit about the track before we get in the race,
They-
before we get into the predictions.
I'll do that right now.
Mhm.
First race was in 2004. They broke ground in 2002. Took 2 years to get this baby ready. Do you know who won the first race in 2004, the inaugural race in Bahrain?
Ooh, that's a good question. Give me, what does his name start with?
His name starts with a Schumacher.
Okay, that's what I was. Man, I should have just said Schumacher. You can't have a name that starts with Schumacher. Oh no!
Why don't you turn it on?
I put Do Not Disturb on. Can you hit the little X up there, and then we got to start all over?
Well, it
Hit the X, not the Z.
yeah.
Yeah. So I figured if you put your phone on to Do Not Disturb, that it wouldn't.
I'm gonna film.
not
I'm gonna
disturb.
film this episode like this because
Yeah.
this is how professional it is.
Sorry,
He's got
alarm
an
went
alarm
off.
going off in the middle of the
Well,
episode.
luckily that we weren't like 2 seconds away from finishing it.
We actually were because I didn't know what else we were going to talk about.
I was going
here.
to go into predictions.
Oh, that's a good call. Can I film the whole show this way? All right, let's go back.
Damn it!
Everyone
Sorry, everyone.
on TikTok Live gets to see us do that all over again and pretend to be.
We have 15 minutes, by the way.
So we have to pretend to be like spontaneous, and it's just going to be like repeats of what we just did.
Exactly.
No, we're changing it completely up for
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Changing this completely up.
For the live people, hold on a second. Let me say hi to them.
When I sit there and I go, it starts with a Schumacher.
I wasn't able to talk to the lot people that are live on YouTube, so let me just go through and say hi to some people real quick.
Oh yeah, hit that
Steve,
up.
hey buddy. Big Buck, hey, how's it going, bud? Thanks
Big
for the
bucks on there.
thanks for the shout out and they threw us a quick $25 bill. I appreciate it.
Hey, next week let's flip it around. So let's put TikTok
I'm
down
gonna
there.
put TikTok on here a little
This
bit
way
so we
we
can interact a little better.
We'll put YouTube up there, and we'll
Okay.
be able to interact with TikTok.
All right, guys. I will have to talk to you YouTubers here in a minute.
All right, ready?
Is it recording?
Yeah, he's recording.
Okay.
Welcome to another episode of United States of Formula One. Cookie,
Nikki,
and we are here to bring you
Bahrain,
Bahrain,
round 4.
4th race of the season.
Yes. Let me ask you a question.
I don't know what it's gonna be.
Is
Ask it.
this race going to be more exciting? I don't think it'd be possible for it to be less exciting than
Yes.
Japan. So, what your thoughts?
More or less exciting than Japan? If it was less exciting than Japan, kill me now.
Yes.
I don't
Oh,
even want to move on. It has to be more exciting because there's going to be at least someone that passes someone.
yes.
Yeah, no, I think it will be. And I mean, it's logical reasons.
Yes.
We got into this last week that we had an issue with Suzuka only having one DRS zone.
Yep.
We don't have one in this track.
No, we have 3.
I was going to say we don't have 2. and
But
then
we
make it all
have
dramatic.
3.
Okay. We have 3.
Yes.
And like you mentioned,
Mhm.
2 of those 3
Yeah.
finish off with a nice hard turn. Gives you a great, what did you say? You called it a
What did I call it?
dive.
Oh, the dive bomb.
Dive bomb.
The old
opportunity.
couple of dive bombs. Yep.
Yeah. So I think obviously with 3 zones and those long straightaways that you can see there, we're going to get some more passing, right?
We're going to have to get some more passing because Japan's probably going to take the record for all-time non-overtakes. during
We
the
need to
race.
look that up
We do need to
And
look
bring that
up.
information because if it is, there's a chance.
Yep.
Because it was the most boring race since Singapore last year.
Yeah.
So few overtakes.
Okay.
I
Well,
think it has to be. It
yeah,
has to be the least.
it's
And
for sure this year, 100%.
And if
but I
this
want to
were-
look to see how bad it really was.
if Bahrain isn't more exciting, maybe substantially more exciting, you're going
Hmm.
to start losing some F1 fans, but
Yeah.
not these guys.
No, we'll keep
we're-
watching.
So, do you know any history, any
Mm.
information about this track?
I do, but you know who wants to know more? Those people right there. So tell them right now to give them a little information about the track.
Okay, you can see it right there. Track opened in 2004 was the first Grand Prix.
Okay,
How long do you think it took to construct?
2 years.
That's exactly right.
Was it 2
Ground
years?
broke 2002,
Yeah.
first Grand Prix 2004. It's right in line with what we've been doing. 57 laps, which I believe was Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had 57, then 56, then 53, back up to 57 laps. Can you do the math here? It's 5.4 kilometers. How many miles is a lap?
How many miles is a 3.2?
That's pretty
Is that pretty
dang
close?
close. 3.25.
3.25?
3.25
Okay.
miles per lap. And who won the very first Grand Prix in 2004? at
Michael
Bahrain.
Schumacher.
I mean, that's a little bit easy though.
That's pretty easy.
That's like that. Now, 20 years from now, we could go back and say who won a race,
Yeah.
and everyone's going to say Verstappen. But yes, Schumacher.
Verstappen won here, I'm positive. And Lewis Hamilton won here, I'm positive. So, I mean, yeah, the big name people have won.
Well, who won last year?
Verstappen.
Verstappen won last year. Schumacher won 21 years ago. Do you know who was on the podium last year? Can you remember that?
Verstappen.
Yes, won it.
Sergio Perez.
Yes, he finished second.
Man, really breaking in
I'll give
here.
you a hint.
Okay.
He has irritable bowel syndrome.
Does his name rhyme with Carlos Sainz?
His name rhymes with 20,000 euros dumped out my butt.
Poor guy.
I know.
He'll make it for the national anthem for this race. I am positive because they're going to give him a bunch of Pepto-Bismol.
Yes.
So he's good.
Maybe. I'm not surprised he was on the podium. Perez, because I started watching last season a little
So
late,
late. Yep.
he was so awful in that second half of the season. I was surprised to see him in second.
Yeah.
So I guess, and you told me off camera that he obviously was a lot better early on.
Yeah. And the year before, he did really well. So it kind of shows now that we have what we're going on that it wasn't Perez per se. It was the car. So I think
We were kind of hard on Perez.
Yeah, we did kind of hit him a little hard.
So Perez struggles with it.
Yep.
Lawson struggles with it. Yuki struggle-ish for his first race. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit. How is Yuki going to do here?
Well, that's what I'm doing. Let's get into that.
We'll do
I-
some predictions. Let's start.
I
Do you
wanna-
want to start with like some off color?
No, let's
Or
go.
right
Let's
to the
go.
top?
Let's go. Yuki.
Okay.
The big news people right now. Let's go. What do we think is going to happen with Yuki? Of course, what do we think is going to happen with Liam? Because that's kind of the little battle. So
Okay.
me first.
Okay.
Yuki. I think he does just as well as he did in Japan, and that is extremely mediocre and out of the points.
Okay. Extremely mediocre and out of the points. So positive way to
So-
put it. I agree with you.
You think so?
I was pleased with the 12th place finish last week.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be disappointed when he finishes about that 11, 12, 13 this week.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't have a DNF. I hope he completes it, but I just don't see him. I don't see him getting in the points, but I think Lawson's going to be in the same spot.
You
I'll
think
go,
so too?
I'll go first on this one. I think Lawson's going to finish in that same. I'll be surprised. Let's say he gets to Q2 but doesn't do much with it. I say he finishes somewhere 14 to 16.
Okay. I like it. I am going to say that I'm just going to say Lawson finishes ahead of Yuki. Now, whether that is where, I'm just going to say he finishes ahead of
Okay.
Yuki, which basically he lost last week, but it doesn't matter because either one of them got points, so who cares?
Yeah.
And if Lawson finishes 12th and Yuki finishes 15th, it's a win for Lawson. That's pretty much it. Even there's no points, it's still a win. If you finish in front of Yuki, it's still a win, even in a baby pulse car.
Because it's kind of that big soap opera between the two of them right now. The
Oh,
Red Bull
yeah.
opera. So you say both are out of the points, though.
Both out of the points.
Okay, now let's get to the juice
Okay. What juice?
podium. Give me
Okay.
that podium juice. I want you to tell me, and let's do it better than we did on our betting.
Okay.
We lost 4 bets. But the problem is we knew Verstappen, we put money on him to win, but we can never be happy with just betting a simple bet. We're like, but let's parlay that with
5 other things.
Hulkenberg to finish in the top 10, which is totally with the heart. We did.
We thought it was going to rain. Granted, we thought it was going to rain.
We
though,
did.
too, so that we were kind of playing off of that, and it did not. So
we were saying the veteran's going to do well in the rain. He did well in Australia. Yeah.
uh,
Okay, so podium. Do you have both papayas?
yes,
Do you have one of the papayas winning?
yes.
Would you like to elaborate more than like when I talk to my kids when they get home from school and all they do is say yes or no?
Yes. So I love what Piastri is doing. And I think I'm going to pick Piastri number 1, Norris number 2.
Okay.
I think it really depends on the qualifying. If Norris is ahead, then Norris wins. If Piastri is ahead, takes pole, Piastri wins. So my hardest thing now is where do you put 3rd place, because you can't take Verstappen out of it.
Nope.
Learn that already.
You can't take.
You got George Russell, and so basically it would be a mix-up or a toss-up, I should say, between Max Verstappen taking 3rd and George Russell taking 3rd.
So
I'm not really giving too much love to the Ferraris as of now. They haven't shown it to me enough.
That was a very long-winded way of not yet telling me who's going to finish. third.
Piastri, Norris, Russell.
Okay. Oh, well, look at you giving me some credit. I am going to go very similar,
Okay.
but I am going to have Norris winning,
Okay.
Russell second,
Ooh.
and Piastri third.
Okay. I like
So I'm
it.
going to do
Give him
another
a little
double,
more love.
double papaya.
Okay.
I want Russell to win. I predicted that last week, and that was far off. But
Okay.
will Antonelli finish in the points?
Yes.
Okay. Is that because he is racing so well as a youngster, or is that Mercedes that good of a car? Because they look great this year.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think he raced his butt off.
Okay.
Where's getting the fastest lap. I think he's just continuously getting better.
Okay.
So I think he stays in the points, possibly even ahead of both Ferraris.
That was going to be my next question. But you asked me a question. I feel like you want to ask me something.
Alex Albon, does he continue?
Yes.
Alex Albon, 3 straight races in the points. Now he's going down on those points.
I'm a
whereas-
math man.
So now does he finish out of the points this
Yes.
week?
He's not in the points for the first time. And I feel bad because I'm not rooting against him. I love that he's kind of a little underdog story. But he went 5th, 7th, 9th. He's going to finish 11th this week.
Just all about math.
First spot out of the points, Alex Albon. You heard it here first. Does Sainz carry Williams with Albon out and actually get a point?
Not this week. No, I don't think so. I think it's another couple weeks before
Okay.
he is ready. I hope he does.
So
That'd be
between the
great
two
for
of
him.
us, we're saying Williams is just out of the points this week.
Yeah.
So who's going to fill in and get those points? So is Ferrari in both of them in the points?
I think so.
But you're lagging back similar, 5th, 6th, 7th,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Somewhere there, I think
Okay.
Pierre Gasly,
He's due.
he's due to get into the
Alpine
points.
is due.
I'm dying to see if my main man Oliver Behrman can at least get into the points again as well.
did.
So he was in
Finished
10th, so he was in there. So I think
Hajar? Is Hajar going to be in the points
Ooh,
again?
That's a good call. Just out of the points.
Okay.
Mike, what do you think? In the points again? Second week in a row?
No.
No?
I think
Okay.
he's going to be just out of the points. And I agree with you. I think Gasly's going to finally perform. Got the Ferraris, the McLarens. Lawson's not in there. Yeah. So there's got to be one more surprise in the points because we're pulling a lot of people out.
Okay.
Who is that one surprise maybe that finishes in that bottom half that's going to sneak up and get into the points this week. You know what? I'm putting him on the spot here. We didn't even talk about this
No, we didn't.
pre-show.
Lance, just kidding.
Don't you dare. Don't. We're not allowed to root for him. Boogie gets mad.
Let's just say my hope is that Aston Martin finishes out of the points again.
Okay.
We can get Williams. So I want it'd be great. I want Williams and or Haas. So it doesn't matter which one. I want them to continue getting points, to just keep pushing, just stabbing Aston Martin in the arse, making them finish 7th.
Stabbing Aston?
Stabbing ass.
Dude.
Ass Martin.
Okay. So you didn't answer my question. Who's going to be the surprise person to finish in the points?
Ocon.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's not terrible.
Yeah. He
That's
didn't
not
do well this
terrible.
week. So, and he's got he's in the top 10 for
Yeah.
points right now. So I'm going to say Ocon.
Okay. I think Stroll is actually going to finish in the points this week.
I hate you.
Well, he's 10th right now.
He's going to beat his
He's
car.
10th in the driver's standings, so I think there's a chance, but
So you're giving your dark horse to Aston Martin?
I just want to, Boogie's back there seething right now, and I just want to keep that going.
Well, either way, we are officially going to go live because we can.
Yes.
Now, we do qualifying? I don't know if we can do qualifying. Let's just say 100% for the race.
Yeah, so the first 3 races
Yeah.
at those awkward times way
Yeah.
overseas. This one is, I believe it's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard.
This one's at 11.
11 a.m.
So we got this one at 11.
So we're going to go live during the race, give our little excitement. I think we'll be in my brother's basement.
Yeah, for 1 week.
It's not quite warm enough to be outside yet, but then we'll get to those outdoor bar settings. So.
Oh, yeah. We'll be at the lake house eventually, and we'll be able to interact with you the whole time. Probably mostly you. I'll jump in there, though.
It's a little excited for race day.
Yeah.
Yesterday was his wife's birthday.
I
Because
celebrated.
he was a big old dick. But
I was just in bed by 3:30. No big
it
deal.
was a little ridiculous. But we will also try to, after qualifying, we'll try to bring you
Some predictions.
some predictions. We'll do a little short on that to bring you. But yeah, we're going live. Bahrain. We will see you there. Love you.
Oh, my belly is.
How long can I hold this?
My belly is
I already hit
making.
stop, so it doesn't matter.
My
No,
belly.
but for the people on TikTok live right now, I'm holding it for them.
My belly.
So you scooped out a little bit.
How am I moving that
I
much?
gave you a freaking confidence.
I'm putting my head right by the thing,
You
Popsky.
keep leaning in.
Do
and
you
then
look
you
up-
keep running away from him. So the whole thing.
Well, I'm trying to keep I'm trying to stay. I try to keep myself right here, but then when he pushes in and he's like right here, I'm like, it's that whole like no one on camera wants to see us face to face. Like that's uncomfortable.
It's like, do I look at you in the eyes or do we make out?
All right.
So let's blow through this next one. The
Do you
dog
wanna
didn't
wait
bark.
till- Oh, did he get home already?
And he's got to be. It's 3:15. I didn't see
Okay.
the ring camera go off, but I also have no disturbia on. Let's blow through this.
Yeah, that's easy enough. This one is
Stocks.
Okay.
So
so we're going to talk about the racers we choose
Mhm.
and the teams that we choose, not everybody.
Yep.
And we start on the show starts with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start.
What is that saying? Great. Craig. What is that saying? Can you read it?
I don't
The
know. I need
bottom?
a drink of water.
Where am I supposed to be reading? Up here?
Yeah.
so
it
we
says
are
something.
filming 3 episodes.
Show.
It says what?
Lucas says great show.
Oh, Lucas. Hi, Lucas.
What's up, Lucas?
Hi, Lucas.
Hey, Lucas, guess what? Your brother played hooky from school today. Yeah, I'm putting him out on there on blast.
I saw some. He was
North-
eating mac and cheese.
North Canton City Schools, Brendan Cook was not actually sick today. I saw him at about 10:30 eating mac and cheese, looked healthy as a mule.
Yes.
Yeah, throwing him out on blast.
He had a fever. Oh boy.
Yeah, the only fever he had was, I don't know, something
Excuse
weird.
me.
All right, so 3 shows today. We did the post Japan coverage, the pre Bahrain coverage,
Yep.
and now we're gonna do.
Guys, forgot to change your shirts for pre-show. Sorry.
That's all right.
Well, I pointed to him a couple times during that. Oh yeah, but it'll be the same gear. Should we change now?
You want to change for this one?
I would think we should change.
Doesn't really matter since you guys are live, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be weird to get naked on there. I think it'd kick us off.
Well, I don't think we would change right here. I don't think we would move off camera.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's the word kill.
Why would you say that?
Or murder. They can't hear it.
All right.
All right, we're just leaving it like this. Boogie said to leave it. TikTok, you saw it here. The producer said don't change. I want
We
them
were going to change for you, but
But I like this kind. You know what? I like this gear because we look dark, ominous, and boring,
Yeah.
which goes right along with Japan, with Suzuka.
Yes.
So this whole week is just an
Would you
ominous
like to
thing.
wear my pierogi
I
hat?
could wear the Progi hat that looks more like a shriveled testicle.
Mhm.
To show that
Ooh,
Oh no! You just moved the camera.
that's all right.
Not that anybody's on there. Oh, that's all right.
You know what that guy
Oh, hey,
YouTube-
what's up, buddy? Thanks for the 50.
Let me help you.
Thanks
Oh.
for the 50 spot.
Did he send me on that?
Yeah. Super chat. Carl. Is that Winters? It's not Carl Weathers. Carl Winters, I think. Winters?
what the-
It's not Carl. Carl Weathers. Shot us over a 50. Thanks, buddy.
Carl Weathers, isn't that?
Yeah, no, it's Carl Winters. It just popped up in my head. I thought it was Carl Weathers.
It's a rare condition this day and age.
Here we
to
go.
read any good news in the newspaper page. Family Matters. Such a good show. You ready?
Yeah.
You want
Yes.
to bring us in? You can do a stinger?
You
can do a stinger?
Yes.
We both gonna do something for the stinger?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we gonna
Stocks.
You do-
Everybody.
do? You do that while I just talk normal,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up next,
Stocks.
our stock show.
Stocks. Everybody.
That was terrible. Let's both do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do stocks, then you do everybody.
Okay.
It'll be funny. Stocks.
Everybody. Sorry. It was perfect. Let's go.
Puberty is such a bitch.
Do you want me to do
No.
everybody?
They know. They get the gist. They get the gist.
Okay, let's
All right,
go.
we gotta get this.
Stop doing just fine. Let's go.
It's just
for
fine.
Excellence.
Okay, it's
I
excellence.
can't. I don't know what to do anymore with this Kitlin. All right, you ready? You
Yeah.
bring us in.
Okay. Are you recording?
Nice.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
We've been getting.
I'll bring us in.
We're
I'll bring us in.
gonna stocks. Yeah.
Welcome back to the United States of Formula One. Cookie.
Nikki.
And this is our special stocks edition. We started this up last week.
Not last
We
week.
kind of set a baseline for all the drivers and all the teams where we thought they were through two races, whether we were buying, selling, or holding.
Yep.
We're mixing that finance world and that F1 world a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the baselines, I don't think we had any surprises. I think everything was, after two races, I think a lot of us, even the viewers, would have been on the same page.
Yep.
Do we have any surprises this week?
We will. We'll go through them. Now, we're not going to go through everyone.
No.
Because if go back and watch the last episode, we went through every single driver and kind of how we feel about them. If there's no really crazy changes, or we don't really feel like talking about them, because who cares about Gabriel Bortoletto? So
Why
we
you
won't
gotta
talk.
pick that poor guy and
I'm
pick
sorry.
Sauber out?
I was going to say Nico Hulkenberg, but I knew that it would upset you, so we'll just say we're not going to talk about Kick Sauber. I would imagine all season. So
Take that back, or I'm not talking the rest of the show.
Nico Hulkenberg is the man.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. So, yes, like you said, you have to have, in every study, you have to have a control. You have to have a baseline, like the concussion testing in the NFL. We did our concussion testing last week.
Mhm.
So let's just hit on the hot ones. If someone did really well,
Yep.
really poorly, where we think they need to be moving forward.
So we're going to go under the blue tent.
We are in the tent.
That's what I'm
We're in
talking
concussion protocol right now.
about.
It's very white light. Alex Albon.
Yes. Now, last week we are buying on him,
Yes.
and I believe we are going to continue to buy.
Well, you
three races.
you speak for yourself there, young pup.
Oh,
You are buying for
I'm
him.
buying.
I'm also
Three
buying.
straight races in the points.
Yes.
Basically carrying Williams. I'm going to stick with my original buy him.
I don't like people to speak for me, but yes, I'm also buying. And I think it's insane not to, because he's, like we said earlier, I think he's the biggest surprise of the 2025 Formula One season thus far. We're only 3 races in, but with Sainz not producing for Williams and him 3 times in the points, you got to buy on this fella. Buy it while it's hot.
Holly,
What about your boy? You were high on this fella
still am. I know
preseason.
he rookie. He's in a Haas, finishing in the points. And I know he's finishing in the point, 10th place, getting a point, but it's still getting a point. I'm going to continue to buy on him.
I can't. Yeah, I mean, he's in Haas.
Yeah.
Haas, similar to Kick Sauber, if you're in the point, even finishing 10th and a rookie, I agree with you buying. I'm selling him.
Oh, wow. I knew that was going to happen.
I'm selling him because he's on Haas, and Haas is a bunch of D-bags. Because if you disrespect Nico, you disrespect me. Don't you shake your head.
Okay.
I don't care. He's going down with it. I
Yes.
don't care who's on the team. You're going down and hail of gunfire with him, moving on.
Isaac Hajar?
He was my little love child coming into this season.
Okay. So, my apologies. Last week,
Last week,
I was a sell.
you sold him.
I was a sell.
Are you going to stay there?
And this week I am bye. And Isaac Hajar, I am now a believer, and you got me loving this kid. I mean, to race with no seatbelts or seatbelts, just basically hurting your groinal area to get into Q3, to get into the points, buying.
I love it. So I bought him last week. I'm going to stay. I love you joining me there.
Yeah.
Join the Slither in the Dark Forces. That was hilarious. You brought it up. So in Q2, it was in Q1, I believe, his seatbelt was completely off. And the announcer said, "Do you think it's an issue other than safety that he doesn't have a seatbelt on right now?" And the other announcer said, "Yeah, with all the G's they're pulling around the corners, and he's just flying around, can't even hang on." And he still got through to Q2.
Yep.
So he comes in. What do? They tighten it so tight that his junk is coming out the back end.
The whole junk, all of it.
And he still qualifies
Sitting
for
on it.
Q3.
Yeah.
I mean,
finishing the points.
Finishing the points. I think he is slowly, and you have Lawson and Yuki who can't get points for the Baby Bulls. This guy's doing it.
All right. You got
Speaking
me.
of someone who can't get points anywhere,
Liam Lawson.
what are you doing with Liam? Net?
So I last week bought on Liam Lawson, and I am going to sell on Liam Lawson.
You have to.
Yeah, as of now, you have to. I think he needs a couple of weeks in that V carb.
Can you explain to me? I had to go back to that. Can you explain to me why you bought on him last week?
Because I figured he was getting out of the garbage Red Bull that he can't drive, and he was going to go back to the V carb that he did very well in.
Okay.
And I just expected him to do better, and he
Okay.
did not. So I'm selling.
Okay. You were hopeful.
I think
So
it's
you're
going to be a
selling
couple. I think it's going to be a couple races as well.
So you're joining me again.
Yes.
Basically, with every prediction I made last week, you're joining me this week.
Yes.
Love it. Carlos, I'm late to the party because I have the poop stains.
Yes. He,
Bookie's so mad right now behind the camera.
apparently he doesn't like that we
What do
talk
you
about
want?
that.
It was in the news.
Yeah,
You
you're
got
right.
fined 20,000 euros for dumping during the anthem.
So did we hold on him last week, or did I hold on him? Hold.
You held on.
I
him.
held on him.
You held on him. I sold on him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with hold for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with hold for now because like he has the 5 races. He kind of said, "I need 5 races.
Okay.
I need these 5 races. So he better
So
do
you're
something after the 5 races."
I was just going to say that. You're staying the course. You held him last week. You're
Yeah.
holding him again. He's not performing. You're going by the veteran's word. And he says, give me
5
some
races.
time.
Yeah.
So what happens if we're in race 5 or 6 and he's still not producing?
No, the
You'll
fifth,
eat crow?
number 5. I am selling if he does not perform. So I'm gonna hold till then. Just
Okay.
gonna hold till then.
I sold last week and I'm selling again.
Yeah.
I expect more out of a veteran coming out of Ferrari. He's supposed to be the reason Williams is performing and Albon is outperforming him.
Yeah.
If you have Albon outperforming you, I'm sorry. I got to get rid of your stock.
Yeah,
Sold.
I like it.
Moving on to someone who's always in the news because they're so good at life. Lance Waffle House Stroll.
Yeah. So 20th, we were. 27 seconds. I don't even know if he finished every single lap. I think he
He
got
did.
23 laps in. So he finished, but
He was
we'll-
1 lap behind. So the moment that Verstappen crossed the finish line,
he's done.
his race
Yeah,
was
it's over.
over and he actually only completed 51 and a half laps.
No,
Everyone else was at 53.
Lance Stroll is a ass bucket. He needs to just go away.
His daddy owns Aston Martin.
I don't care.
He's-
Selling, sticking with it. What's you? Are you changing your mind?
No, I'm going to sell. He's terrible.
Mhm.
He's terrible. We're selling. I don't even know what we're talking about this much. Otherwise, I guess just to demoralize him.
Skip that guy.
Okay, we talked about Lawson. Now the other half of the Red Bull soap opera.
Mhm.
What are you doing with Yuki?
So last week sold on him because he's getting into that vehicle.
Okay.
I'm still selling on him.
Yeah. So you're saying you sold knowing he was getting into the tough car to drive.
Yeah, knowing that he was getting into that ass bucket Red Bull.
And the way that he performed,
Yeah,
you're going to keep selling.
mediocre selling.
I held him last week and I'm going to keep holding him
Okay.
because I
You hold
think-
for one more week?
yeah, I thought that
Okay.
you knew he was going to have a little bit of a rough time getting into the new vehicle, but I think qualifying 14th and finishing 12th, I think that's decent.
Yeah.
I know he's a veteran, but I think that's decent for your first race in a Max strap-on tough vehicle to drive.
So let me ask you this really quickly before we get into the teams.
Okay.
Yuki shits the bed. Are you going to join me next week?
Yes.
And sell him.
Well,
Okay.
define shits the bed.
No points.
So
he,
if he
he finishes 11th place.
That's my cutoff. If he finishes 11th, that means he improved from last week, which was 12th. And I will hold on him.
Again.
So I'm going to say 10th or better, I'm buying.
Okay.
11, I'm holding.
12
12 to
selling.
20th, I'm selling.
Okay. I'm
Deal?
going to be selling them next
I'm gonna
week.
forget
Perfect. All right. Let's get into the teams.
So we're getting on the teams.
Yeah.
This may look like a driver, but
Yes.
this is actually the first team. This is Team Verstappen.
Yeah.
Team Red Bull. He is the entire team.
Yes.
Team Verstappen.
Yes.
Should they rename it?
Yeah. Team Verstappen.
Should Red
That
Bull?
actually sounds kind of cooler with his logo. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, he does have a cool logo.
Yeah.
His personal brand. I like it.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to get on here and do some apologies because last week I was selling.
You sold. I'm showing
I
that right
sold.
now. This was you last week.
Yeah.
What are you
was-
doing?
I
You gonna
was
keep
dumb.
selling? No, you should sell. He
No.
won a race. He kind of sucks. He's barely won
No,
4 championships in a row. You should 100% sell it.
You know what? I
Ew.
disrespected Max Verstappen. I want to say right now that I apologize. I mean, the guy is the GOAT. We've been saying it.
Are you?
He takes a crap car,
Are you?
and I'm buying all day long.
Oh, this is the third
I don't know why.
gentleman that you have come to my side today.
Yeah, I had to
from
flip it.
last week.
It's called the old flippity floppity. I'm allowed to do it. I'm a
I-
flip flopper.
I bought Team Verstappen last week.
Yeah.
I'm buying Team Verstappen this week, and I'm going to continue to buy him all year.
Yeah. You're
I will
right.
never not buy Verstappen until he proves to me that stock has a
Yeah.
depreciating value, which is going to be a while.
I thought he was going to be middle pack for a couple of races starting in Japan.
How dare you?
And I was a million times
So wrong. Your
sorry,
belly,
and my belly's getting
your,
upset.
your
Did you hear
grumbling
that?
belly
Yeah.
is disagreeing with your take on Verstappen. So
Next
move-
team,
Moving from Team Verstappen to Team Ferrari.
Team Ferrari.
What are you doing with Ferrari? What do you think?
So, Leclerc,
Yes.
Rick,
Stud.
Leclerc,
Stud.
stud, finished
Typical.
well. Hamilton, I think they're waiting on. He is pretty new. He's got to get used to the vehicle. He won a sprint race. I think that they just need a couple upgrades, and they're going to get that in a few races.
Okay.
I think they're going to improve.
So you
So I'm going
are-
to hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense to me. So you're going to give them for the upgrades, give them some time.
Yes.
I'm selling.
Oh.
It's been long enough. They were the Golden Boys. It was all Team Red coming into the season. We're all
Oh.
hyped and excited. And Mercedes is slaughtering you.
Yeah.
Antonelli is slaughtering you.
Yeah. Team Verstappen is slaughtering you.
Albon is beating you. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have the excuses are over.
Yeah.
And I have to get her. I have some losses. I bought them a little too high. I'm selling them low, but I'm going to reinvest that money into Team Verstappen. Maybe I'll put it in another location, but I'm going to take this as a tax write-off, and I'm selling before I lose more money.
I like it. I like it.
Sorry,
Who?
it's over here, Mercedes.
Mercedes.
What are we doing?
This is easy. Buying them all day long. You got the best rookie right now
Mm-hmm.
and a racer that we basically disrespected for. We didn't disrespect him. but
You
we
were.
did not mention him for. We did not mention him for the first two races.
You
the
did.
announcers didn't.
The announcers didn't, and you didn't.
Yeah.
I've been on the George Russell train
Yep.
since week one. I was begging because I love him. I don't know much about him, but I felt bad for him. He keeps performing.
Yeah, I mean, He's a fantastic.
It kind of makes
racer.
sense though, because you've been all about Antonelli, I'm about Russell, so we can agree. I'm the same. I'm buying
Mhm.
all day long from Mercedes. So moving on to the final team that
Papaya.
we're gonna grade today.
McLaren,
McLaren.
bye. I mean, you
Yes.
got the two. I think you got besides Max Verstappen, you have the two best teammates, two best cars,
Mm-hmm.
and arguably the two best top three racers right there. So I'm gonna stay with buying them.
I agree. It's just my problem is even if Piastri and your boy Lando were doing terribly, you'd buy him because you're obsessed with him.
Mhm.
But I have to agree, how they're doing, it's buy all day. I think it was a huge. I think that Papaya is disappointed with that loss. I think
Mhm.
they see that as a huge issue because Verstappen's car is struggling right now and he's still beating him. But you have to buy McLaren. It's
No brainer.
no brainer. No
So-
brainer. And is there anything else you want to touch on? Any other teams? Do you want to touch back on Stroll? Do you want to mention Stroll again?
What did we call that team? The audience really loved it.
Ask Martin?
Ass Martin.
No T, no O-N.
Ass
Ask
Martin.
Martin.
And I think we'll leave it at that.
All right. Until next time, stock shows are done. Love ya.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay.
This computer, I have to end the stream. My computer's like dead.
Oh, well, respond to those last two people real quick before
Oh
you end
yeah.
that.
Sorry guys, I have to come off live on the YouTube. Thank you for watching. Thanks for donating the money. Join us next week for the other sets of shows.
It-
These shows will be out. The recap show should be out maybe later on tonight, and then we will release stocks on Wednesday and the pre show on Friday. I think Thursday, right? Did we do Thursday? I think I did Thursday because it was the first day of practice.
Okay.
So Thursday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I will try to
3
get them
shows
out.
this week.
I'll try to put them out. The Wednesday show at 5, the Thursday show at 5. So it's kind of consistent. So have a good day, guys. Thank you. This computer is
Log off that.